And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto. Oh, I've got the cameras up here. Episode 1018. Today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. Here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish, you jabronis.
10-ish. And today's top stories, U.S. crypto exchanges lead Bitcoin exodus. Over $1.5 billion in Bitcoin withdrawn in 1 week. The FTX Contagion, which companies were affected by the FTX collapse. SBF received $1 billion in personal loans from Alameda. FTX bankruptcy filing. Tom Brady and other celebrities named in class action lawsuit against FTX. And last but certainly not least, big banks. New York Fed start to test digital tokens for wholesale transactions. You got to love the names that they give everything. But first and foremost, what is going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So Bitcoin today's at $16,514, up 2.2% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum at 1,192 is down 1.2% today. Binance Coin at 266 is down almost 2% today. XRP at 37 cents is up 1.9% today. Dogecoin sitting at 8 cents is down 1.2% today as well. Cardano at 32 cents is down 1.7%. And rounding out the top 10 is Polygon, also known as Matic, at 87 cents, down 2.5% on the day. And some of our trending tokens, like we said, it's going to be a whole week of trending tokens for FTX. FTX token actually up 3.7% today. Solana as well, down 3% today, however. And Polygon, of course, down 2.5%. And for the DJs who want to dumpster dive, if you want to live in a perfect world, get you some Utopia USD. This sounds like some bullshit, but hey, that's how it goes. We've got Pomeranian, Ethereum, and DexFlow. So for my DJs who want to dumpster dive, there you go with those prices.
Degenerates rise, baby. There we go. Really quick, want to make sure we give some shout outs to the chat. Welcome back to the stream. Hello, everybody that is here in the chat today live. I can see these numbers starting to pump up again. That's what I like to see. Make sure you smash a like and share on the way in. Virgo, Wisdom, Kadeem, Bitcoin, too many stories to tell. Good morning. Reno Gamble, Jake Fever said, hey, is BitConnect. There we go. Goodness says, Steph Curry going to jail. Not before the playoffs, baby.
Hey,
what was you about to say?
He'll figure it out before then. Trust me. He
Right.
ain't going to nobody's jail.
What's going on, Reno Gambo, Eric, Wendy Nichols, and Cario, Chloe? Good morning to everyone. Of course, thank you for all the new signups yesterday. Again, you all will be getting processed and called here shortly in the next couple of days. So thanks for that. Next week we start coaching on Monday. Don't forget that. So if you want to join that coaching partner program, coaching.gemandthecrypto.com. Make sure you check that out as well. And last but not least, I want to give a quick actual shout out to one of the ladies we had on the show as of recently, Mila, who joined the Woman in Crypto panel for our 1,000th episode weekend. Actually just had like a huge announcement. They just did a press release for her. I'm actually trying to find the window right now without showing all the mail, but I don't think I can find the proper window, but again, I want to give a shout out to Mila. I always mispronounce her last name, Tkachenko. Again, she's a model, entrepreneur, and figure of hope for the Big U. She represents the Big U. She's a Ukraine-American leader, and as of recently, she donated all the proceeds from her 3D avatar NFT drop to humanitarian efforts for the Big U. So she did an NFT drop. She gave all that loot back to those folks over there, because I'm sure she wants to see her country take this W. So shout out to Mila again. She was we were fortunate enough to have her here with us to help out the Woman in Panel show we did. I keep looking down. I can forget the camera's up here. So of course we wanted to show her some love and spread it back. So shout out to Mila again. Hopefully we'll have her on the show to talk more about that NFT drop.
Oh yeah.
All right. Top story of the day, kind of going with the prices. U.S. crypto exchanges lead Bitcoin exodus. Over $1.5 billion in Bitcoin withdrawn in a week. The title is in the headline, or the story is in the headline. But in general, what else do we need to take from this? I mean, this is crazy. Is this the most Bitcoin has ever been withdrawn in a week, or are people overreacting?
No, this is not an overreaction. With all the failure of centralized exchanges, again, people, no keys, no cheese, and $1.5 billion in Bitcoin withdrawn in 1 week. As it states here, CoinGlass, which is an on-chain monitoring resource, CoinGlass shows that United States exchanges in particular are seeing heavy Bitcoin balance reductions. We all know the fallout with FTX. We've seen the other exchanges, Voyager, Celsius, It's been a huge, basically a bank run, so to say, on these quote unquote crypto banks. And users appear to heed the warning, withdrawing over $3 billion in cryptocurrency in the week immediately following the insolvency debacle and ordering record numbers of hardware wallets, which we'll have a video on hardware wallets.
It's going to be hardware wallets, folks.
Yep. So you'll definitely know the hardware wallets you should use, and breaking down the ones and the different use cases they have. And of course, the aftermath of FTX is only just beginning. Meanwhile, as regulators plan investigative action and more attention to crypto as a whole, investigators' angst continues to grow. We told you they came out with the bill for a vote 2 days after FTX happened, even though they had the bill established back in August. So they were waiting for this. They needed an excuse, create the problem, show up with the solution. So that's what we're seeing here. And this is not something that is, out of the blue. Everybody is starting to see now that self-custody is most important, because if you don't own your keys, you don't actually owe anything. And there's a lot of IOUs on the FTX exchange, not real Bitcoin.
There it is. So again, that first video we'll be sharing, complimentary, of course. It will be for hardware wallets, and again, that's for people interested in the coaching program. They'll get that video in the email, probably starting next week as more people sign up and we finish that up. But yeah, it's crazy how that's become the hot topic right now. Something that's seemingly on the beginner side of the house, where it's just like, oh, like this is old and stuff. And it's like, no, it's a whole ton of new people who just joined the space for lending reasons, clearly. For different platforms, for exchanges, these things go down. They want to stay in the space, and they're like, all right, what do I do next? I'm not trying to sell. I'm trying to move it. And clearly the market has spoken. This is a big deal in the market itself. So something we got to continue to pay attention to.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Other than that, the big story, though, of course, we have to continue talking about. I don't know which one we're going to beat more of a dead horse. Is it going to be Terra Luna or will it be FTX? Like, literally, at the end of the year, we're going to have like the biggest loser of crypto this year. Is it FTX?
It's got to be FTX, man.
Okay.
This is bigger than Madoff, man. This is the biggest loss in history.
The FTX Contagion, which companies were affected by the FTX collapse. Again, we're going to get into that lawsuit because technically not just companies, but as we saw, people were affected. And then we'll also be talking about SBF and how he actually how he was affected, I guess, in a positive note. But again, we're talking about this FTX saga, which has had massive impact on the entire crypto industry, and some companies bore the brunt of the crash. Bitcoin Zay, which companies are getting smacked the hardest when it comes to this Bitcoin and crypto sector?
Yeah. Well, something tells me these aren't the only companies. Other companies will probably come forward as well. But so far, we have Genesis, Galaxy Digital, Sequoia Capital, The Lowest Capital, BlockFi, Crypto.com, Wintermute, Multicoin Capital, CoinShares, Amber Group, Pantera Capital,
gracious,
and Nexo. And it's actually more than that. There's actually a chart out right now. People are showing all the companies he's connected to. So the fallout, I think, is going to take months for us to realize, because everybody was basically loaning to each other or taking on assets and leveraging on other platforms, which is a no-no, because all you're doing is copying what banks did. And banks fail all the time. They fail every 10 to 12 years, or they have some sort of recession. But with Genesis, they had $175 million in locked funds. Look at our show from yesterday. We actually discussed Genesis because they actually halted their lending platform. Galaxy Digital, which we've discussed, in prior weeks, they disclosed they had $76 million in exposure to FTX, and $47 million is already in the process of being withdrawn. Good luck with that, player. And Sequoia Capital, who's supposed to be the smart people in the room.
I was waiting for you to finish. I was about to get them. And Pantera and Sequoia.
Y'all supposed to be the grown-ups in the room.
These are people who get the talk at every crypto conference, stage panels. They ain't done a lick of work in the space,
everything. Yeah.
But they get a chance to be on the stage to tell the masses about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. These are the people that get it. They get the regulatory environment to be comfortable for them. They get the regulatory environment to do things that they want for the most part. That kind of goes in accordance with their business want, their business needs. It blocks competition. Like literally everything is handed to the silver plate, on a silver plate. They get all the government and big business help. And then every other retail person treats them like they're super intelligent. I'm glad you pointed out. I just wanted to double down the fact that Sequoia Capital and Pantera are on this list. To us, these are layups. Terra, FTX are layups. And you're talking about supposedly the smartest and traders and investors on the planet.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Nah, not at all.
Crazy.
Yeah, and I would like to challenge them, Sequoia and all these other companies, to talk to people like us who actually have been in the market, because you are good at legacy finance and they have a big windfall that they can give up and lose and nothing will happen. As it states here, they got a quote, the $150 million loss is offset by $7.5 billion in realized and unrealized gains in the same fund. So the fund remains in good shape. Of course it does. Sequoia Capital has plenty of money. So $213 million. First of all, I don't know how the hell they made it went to zero. I mean, if we had $200 million right now, I can guarantee you it wouldn't be zero in 3 years. But that's what happened. And it doesn't matter because they had limited exposure. And let's jump to Pantera Capital, because Pantera Capital, supposedly smartest in the room, or one of the smartest, they suffered some risk and losses. And it came from the firm's Blockfolio acquisition, which was in FTX tokens.
So you didn't do your due diligence.
And why would you take FTX tokens? I mean, content creators, regular people, hey, they may give you some tokens for promoting, but you are an actual capital firm. You could not have thought that the tokens for an exchange were that valuable, but apparently they did, and they liquidated as much as they could on November 8th. Much like CZ, they saw the writing on the wall and was like, nah, I need my money, players. But yeah, those are some of the highlights of the biggest ones, but everybody seems to be affected by this in the industry.
Yeah, I got to do a better job of sharing this camera, so let me know if we're talking about stories and I'm not sharing. I'm so used to having the two screens right now. Yeah, I'm looking at some of the comments. I'm seeing some great comments actually come in. People have me laughing. Reno Gamble, I think, who just said it, basically said something along the lines of CZ and King can't get canceled, but at the same time, you all are sitting on the sidelines, basically getting your money took by scammers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting, right? It's super interesting. This space is supposed to be about zeros and ones, technical stuff. So everything else doesn't matter. Just inform you said SBF is going to jail for life. Too many big names co-sign him looking stupid now. I actually agree with you. I don't think life because he's still somebody's son type of deal. Like he's still part of the crew.
Yeah.
But I will say like there's definitely going to be consequences. One thing we said before the show, I was like, hey, man, the fact that FTX is still going on literally means one thing. Regulators were involved. Institutions, Wall Street, all those people who never lose money and who always bet right and guess right and control all the markets, didn't happen this time. So that's why we're still talking about it a week from now. Shada Zulu said, I got an email from Voyager stating FTX won't be moving forward with their winning bid to purchase Voyager assets. No shit, LOL. Hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And Cario said, Kimmy K paid millions and she only tweeted. Curry was on television. So that is my thing. Did Kim K, I know she was getting sued or the class action happened. Did she actually lose that?
I'm
not sure
if
she actually lost,
but they might have just settled it out of court. Like, just pay them the money and get it over with. But I think she pushed back against it because, I mean, she was just promoting it. But, of course, you can still get show up in court because of promoting. Ethereum Max? Come on, man. Who are these people that are telling y'all to promote these stupid projects that nobody knows about? They come out the blue, random money, and then if somebody got $1 million to pay for a project that just started, you should probably look at it sideways.
You know, and we'll talk about that too. We're about to get to that in a moment. So we're definitely gonna talk about it. Really quick comment. Jake Fever says, so pissed I did run my BlockFi credit card all the way up like I wanted to. Oh, he didn't run it. Hey, I told y'all credit don't matter. And see, if you would have listened to me and credit didn't matter, you would have won.
Hey, man. I saw some people with their BlockFi cards was like, this is a physical NFT at this point because I can't use it for purchases no more. It's a relic that you could just show off to your kids. Like, hey, man, back in the day, BlockFi used to have cards, but that's about it.
Let's see. Too many stories to tell. So I caught the replay and saw that Reggie was in the chat and stated he has another patent. I didn't see that, so we have to check that out. The FTX Saga, new 3-part miniseries coming to a streaming service near you. Hilarious. Alec, appreciate that, Alec. You know we couldn't remember. Alex said I gotta be on the right side. Oh man, I couldn't remember. You all right? I ain't on the right. I think I got a bunch of regular streaming equipment to the left, so I just went left. Oh, CB, what's going on, CBTV? Hey. Okay, I see we back to the old setup.
Oh yeah,
CB, what's what? Make sure you all check out Crypto Blood. If you're new to the channel, make sure you check out CBTV. He has great guests on. He's been on just as long as us. Has a ton of great stuff going on the channel, so make sure you check him out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, this is the comment I was looking for. I was actually people, whenever we go on these tangents, I'm stalling time usually.
Yeah.
Just inform you, thank you. Did you guys discuss Spencer Cornelia copying pleas for his friends who are supporting FTX? Confirms my thoughts on him being biased and not genuine. I actually did not see that, so please send me the link or we'll find it after the show, and maybe we need to react to it.
Throw it in the Discord.
Because here's the deal. I didn't hit him up personally. I'm in his comments now. Oh, we taking all his people over, bringing crypto side. Spencer, if you're listening, shut the fuck up about crypto, bro. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
You grifting ass bitch.
And yeah, you grifting that like. And I got before I go in on this video, I have to see it. But if he is copying, please, for his friends who are supporting FTX, that won't be the thing to confirm him for me. I'll tell you what confirmed him for me. Two main things. First, he did all this talk, and then he went to go interview Antonio Brown.
Come on, man.
He talks about scammers, and people who, what's the main thing that he does? The casino scammers.
Casino scams. Yeah.
The ones who have the fake betting sites.
Yeah.
Isn't Antonio Brown pumping a betting site right now?
Probably.
No, he is. It's Flex. Something called Flex. And it's like, this is the person he literally, and not saying nothing wrong with him, Antonio Brown, but I haven't heard of his business acumen. I've heard of his football acumen, not his business acumen. So for him to be talking about scams on that, and it's like, so that was weird.
Put that shit on.
Then he also always makes comments about, what does he always say? You shouldn't, basically, you can't advertise and promote on channels. It should be, you should tell your whole audience how much you get paid. And he promotes and advertises now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
I be watching this video. I don't get no warning. It'd be middle video. He'd be like, so if you guys are worried about scammers, make sure you check out so and so. I'm like,
oh, really now? Hey, man, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become
Spencer, you become the villain, bro.
Become the villain.
And I know why, because I'm looking at them views. That's the thing. Y'all come out too hot. Reduce the amount of times you release to once a week and you'll be fine, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Once a week, once a month, you'll be fine. But we are starting to notice that. So, yeah, there's been a few things I've noticed on his side of the house, too.
Somebody said they sound like Fumble McFumble.
Hey,
what up? Basically, cop and please after you. I mean, basically, if you talk shit about somebody and you come back later and then try and get them on an interview like he did with Mr. Organic, like, basically, you're a fan.
It's weird behavior.
Bro, that's what people do. They reach out, they say the wildest shit to famous people, and then they respond. They're like, oh, I actually love everything you do, blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to have a talk. It's like, come on, man. Stop copying, please, dog. Stop trying to get people on your show off of saying that they're a scammer. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that video title. I didn't know that had anything to do with crypto. He says the video title, these influencers were scamming their fans. I saw that, but I did not realize that was another crypto video. Oh, Spencer, you're getting better about renaming them things for me now. Because, I'll be on them. And listen, it's not just him. I don't want y'all to think it's just Spencer. I actually had to apologize to on IG before. And of course, I took the responsibility to apologize. It was the right thing to do. I forgot his name. Is it Carson? Billy Carson?
Billy Carson?
Shout out to Billy Carson because he took my apology in stride. So no, Billy Carson did a crypto IG post about a year or two ago. And I was just like, I thought I got confused with somebody else. Somebody else had did one before who was down in it. And then the post he had was semi-positive. So I was like, nah, stay on the other side.
And he shout out Billy Carson. Everybody says I sound like him. CB actually hit me up and was like, bro, I was listening to Billy Carson. I thought it was you talking on the TV.
Hilarious.
And I was like, I probably listen to so many Billy Carson videos. I'm starting to sound like him. But yeah, shout out Billy Carson, man.
Yeah, so I went in. I was like, man, you ain't been talking about crypto. He was like, what are you talking about? I ain't never say nothing bad about crypto ever. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah. And I had to go back through because I say about the receipts, people. And it was a different IG person. I was like, ugh. But he talks about similar things. So I was just like, I did get these two. So I had to go back and I put the apology on.
I'm trying to go on that Egyptian tour next time we go.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Billy Carson.
Shout out to Billy Carson, man.
All right, let's keep talking about this FTX stuff. Again, you listed the companies, but something even more egregious than, I guess, just the collapse in people being owed money is that SBF received $1 billion in personal loans from Alameda during the bankruptcy filing, it looks like. A fresh bankruptcy filing from FTX Chief Restructuring Officer John Ray III highlights that Sam Bankman-Fried received $1 billion in loans from FTX-related silo companies. That is right. Former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried received a $1 billion personal loan from one of four silo companies deeply involved in the collapse of the FTX cryptocurrency exchange. Damn. A formal declaration and ongoing Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings from FTX's new CEO, John Ray III, has revealed further misappropriation of funds by Bankman-Fried. Shout out to John Ray, because I understand what happened behind the scenes. I already know how it worked. Come on, John. What you doing? Come on, John. Nah, call me what you want.
What's this? What's this right?
Call me what you want. Somebody's probably going to go to prison for this. And John is like, I got a wife and kids. It's not going to be your boy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm not even mad at you, John. According to this filing, Alameda Research, and again, I am not sharing this screen. My bad. According to the research, According to filing, Alameda Research has loaned $1 billion directly to Bankman-Fried, while FTX Director of Engineering Nishad Singh had also received a $543 million loan from the company. And again, this is the same shit we saw in 2008 when the housing crisis collapsed. When banks were bailed out, banks were getting bailed out, people were getting fired, and meanwhile, golden parachutes were happening. What's a golden parachute? If you're on the C-suite, you're an executive of anything in the bank, you got your $20 million, your $30 million, your $10 million to pack up and go home. I mean,
$500 million.
They called them the Carolina Panthers head coach, if I remember correctly. Didn't they just send old boy home with like $12 million a year?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we pay you to leave.
But on a serious note, you're literally looking at put it like this. You know what? This I like to put things even in better perspective. Let's do this really quick. Hold on, let me bring this open. And what might be historical, people? U.S. crypto exchanges lead Bitcoin exodus. Over $1.5 billion in Bitcoin withdrawn in 1 week. $1.5 billion in Bitcoin was withdrawn in 1 week, and this made a top story because that is like the most Bitcoin we have saw withdrawn in a week.
All at once.
On the heels of this, you literally have SBF and his cronies taking home over $1.5 billion. They took over $1.5 billion for two people as a personal loan during all of this, apparently, or possibly before this. It looks like right around the same time, though. So this is crazy. And again, Ray III is the man responsible for picking up the pieces after the collapse. Oh, wow. After the infamous collapse of Enron. So he
Yeah. And look at this last
y'all tried the old personal loan trick, huh?
Yeah. We seen loans.
Yeah, we seen it. Actually, old boy from Enron did it too. He got it wasn't a personal loan. He just got paid out like 200, 300 million. He disappeared. The Asian dude. I remember you. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And he actually went as far as to say he described the situation as the worst he's seen in his corporate career. Yes, people, this is worse than Madoff, worse than Enron, because you got to understand, you were seeing the initial stuff. If all this is coming out early, I mean, wait till 3-6 months from now when people are like, oh yeah, this company went down, and then this person, something happened to them, and they're taking out loans for over $1.5 billion. Think about that. Two people got the same amount of money that it took thousands of retail traders to get out over the weekend. Like, come on, man. And when he got the loan, this is one thing I always tell people is that these dudes, when they run these exchanges, when they get these money, it's not their money. They get loans based off of their quote unquote net worth. So they get the loan, they get real capital off of their fake perceived capital that they already have, and then they living just fine. And that's the thing. If he had $1 billion loan, what else does he have to do at that point? He's a billionaire. You don't have to spend anything. What's the difference between $1 billion and $30 billion? Nobody can tell, especially when you dress the way he does. Nobody know how much money he got, but he got it. And the other dude, he got $543 million. Like, where is he at? Nobody's talking about Mr. Singh. Mr. Singh, come out and play, player. Where you at?
Yeah, straight up. And you know what? And I might have to get on one of our Warriors really quick because I saw a comment, so that's why I had to stop and pause in a second. But yeah, in general, this is crazy. We won't beat it to a dead horse. Again, we won't beat the dead horse again. It's just egregious. All this stuff is egregious, and the fact that it's happening right in front of people is just the unfortunate part. So really quick, looking at the comments from yesterday's video. Someone said they want to hear Zay talk about Merkle trees so people can understand proof of reserves.
Proof of reserves, yeah.
Okay, we might have to do that one.
Yeah, we can probably talk about that. But proof of reserves is something that, again, when we talk about DeFi, you should be able to see it instantly. And proof of reserves is something cool, but it gives them time. Like, remember all the exchanges? I was like, give us a month, give us 3 months, give us 5 weeks, just to show what their reserves are. I can guarantee you, it's a whole bunch of rehypothecation going on and paper Bitcoin and crypto that they've been selling. But yeah, we can talk about Merkle trees.
But yes, other people are saying, could we do the hardware wallet, but actually how to buy Bitcoin? So maybe we'll just buy it on Cash App. The easiest way for people right now is Cash App.
Yeah.
If you're super new. But yes, the comment I was going to respond to, shout out to Germantown Consulting LLC. I know you didn't mean, I see the stale face you gave me, so that's hilarious. But his comment was an 8-minute video, cheapest way to buy Bitcoin without using an exchange or buying a $2,000 course. Here's the deal, people. Literally, when you have Bitcoin and crypto and you're doing all this, you are your own bank. So if $2,000 for a course is expensive for you becoming your own bank and knowing all the tools for forever, I don't know what to tell you, except I actually did answer it. Cash App or go peer-to-peer. Bitcoin, if you read the white paper, it's made to go peer-to-peer. Or, here it is, people, if you don't want to spend the money on courses, right? Because I don't hear you complaining about college courses or whatever, And we clearly have shown you we have more knowledge than these people who have the power, but whatever. But if you do not want to buy the course, here are two options for you. Crypto Vantage, who when we first launched the course, we partnered with, is a free website, a ton of free information. And the second thing, which is technically the first thing, fucking Google. Fucking Google.
Research, my nigga.
That is literally why we're charging. If you don't want to do any research and you don't want to learn it and make mistakes and lose money and put in the wrong private code or have to ask a question this and then 3 hours of research, that is what it's for.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do it, no one is shoving it down people's throats. We have given Crypto Vantage as a free platform. We've been promoting them after the deal we did with them because they actually are a pretty good site. And Google, and Google, like in Google, and Google. And Google, you can't say, hey, what's the cheapest way to buy Bitcoin without buying the 2K course? Did you literally type in cheapest way to buy Bitcoin without using an exchange for buying a $2,000 course in Google?
Yeah. And they'll show you something.
And they'll show you.
And like, the funny thing is, they're going to show you the SEO results of paid sponsors. They're not going to tell you the actual best way to get it.
That's true, too.
So, because, I mean, you can get it a bunch of ways, but there's a lot of pitfalls people go through.
Buy
a course for $2,000, save yourself years and years of studying. And then also, too, save yourself money as well. You know how many people have lost money and then came back and bought the course? Come on, man. You could have just started off there and been good from the start.
Or while it's still available.
Or put your money together as a family and pay for it.
Or while it's still available, you could have done Discord. You could have tried email. I've never seen your name on an email before. Like, there's so many options. So come on, man. Like, this is, and I'm only pointing this out again, not to like, mess with you too much, but I'm only pointing out because it's like, yeah, if you're going to be lazy, we are offering a service at a premium. And you asking that question in the comment is being lazy instead of just Googling it. Amen. So you could have went to Discord. You could have asked live chat so many different ways. In fact, honestly, for questions like that, people, if you're saying the only thing I want to do is buy Bitcoin and send it to a hardware wallet, I don't need a whole masterclass. Cool. Ask our warriors, live stream, go in the chat, ask them.
Join the Discord. I'll be on there from 11:30.
Intelligent people here, people. Intelligent people in the chat too. So we definitely want to promote free ways as well. We promote cheaper ways and we promote expensive ways because different people want different things. If you broke, then yes, you need to go the free route and you're going to have to take about 10 to 15 hours a week and study this. If you got some paper about yourself, come on to this coaching thing and get up to speed with the next few months and you know everything there is to know. All right. I had to say that because it's like, come on, man. We get so many of those questions. It's like, if you're going to ask a basic question without going, what do they say in school? Ask 3 before me.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask 3.
Type 3 questions in Google before you start asking
people.
questions.
Do you know how many times is a basic Bitcoin or crypto question I would ask Zay and then apologize after asking him and be like, you know what, let me Google real quick. Because it's like, why am I asking this man about something I can Google and waste 5 or 10 minutes his time without me doing my own homework? Come on, people. But that's okay. If you don't want to do the homework, that's what the premium stuff is for. We're not mad at people who don't want to do homework either. We're just saying, like, don't devalue what we're doing because you're looking for the easy, cheap way out, bro. That's whack. Like, that's super whack. Thank you, Crypto Blood. Stop being cheap and support these brothers. Group economics people. Blood Analytics in the building. There we go. Shout out Crypto Blood
too as well. I mean, we got the people in place. We got the information. It ain't gonna be cheap now because you see how many people that fall. How long have we been around, and how many people have fallen? Their business is gone. They done left. They start crying, start changing. They go the spiritual route. They done with all.
Hey, listen. No, how about this?
Like, bro, we've been here, dog. We're not going anywhere.
Well, for one, on the lending platforms, literally, I gave a warning about the lending platforms as we went over them in the class. But yeah, if saving you money on things like Terra and all that, like, yeah, we called this out public. No, I'm not about to do this for free too. Like, what are you talking about? When are we supposed to get paid for doing all this? You tell me. You tell me, Germantown. When do we get paid for putting in the work? I would be curious to know that. All right, that's enough of that. Again, it was nothing personal, but I've seen a couple things like that every now and then. I'm just like, listen, people.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it. Don't forget that. A lot of people like it. All right, we'll just leave it there. All right, Tom Brady and other celebrities named in class action lawsuit against FTX. That's why we keep talking about other stuff, people. FTX is all the news and the only news. Evidence suggests FTX's fraudulent scheme was designed to take advantage of unsophisticated investors, according to the lawsuit. Now,
you're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Bro, you're a fool.
Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up.
I'll say this, like, of course, I'm for self-regulation, so I'm not even really for regulators being here doing this.
Yeah, I don't approve this at all.
But on top of it, so it's almost a double-edged sword. it is like, okay, interesting to see or whatever. Like, all right, everyone's being held accountable now. Semi, because still to me, you didn't hold Elon accountable. Like, what's the difference between them doing FTX stuff and Elon talking Doge and then McAfee talking his coins? So it's just like they're still picking and choosing, but at least they're not really picking and choosing. Because when you start going after GOATs, greatest of all times, you're clearly not picking and choosing. But I can tell you what, if Tom Brady, Larry David, Steph Curry, Giselle, Shaq, if they lose money off this, you better believe SBF will go to jail then.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the now. I don't think this will hold up. I'm still not getting why people are looking to Tom Brady for investment. He's good at football.
Right. Why are you listening to athletes and entertainers?
I'm not understanding this.
And I would
Steph
tell you
Curry's
right now,
good at basketball.
I would tell you right now, there will be no Larry David slander on my watch. Larry
David's a great actor and writer.
Larry David is the man. This is one of the funniest comedic actors of all time.
And y'all think he anti-Semitic. Y'all think he anti-Semitic.
When people ask me who I want to be when I grow up, Larry David. I like to make situations awkward, and I want to be rich as fuck. That's what me and me. Larry David. Ain't gonna be no Larry David. They trying to lock my man Larry David up. I'm going to see SBF myself. We got a square with me, bro.
It's like saying him up is racist and he got on the Malcolm X t-shirt. He might not be. I don't know. Something. He might just be an asshole. I don't know.
Hell no. Yeah. This is again. Like we were talking about it yesterday. Remember, I was like, okay, so what if tomorrow Pepsi? They have a shipment where people get poisoned. Are they going to sue Kylie Jenner or what's her name?
That's true.
Are you going to get everybody who does commercials?
Yeah.
They took a one-time payment. They promoted a product they didn't really know shit about. Larry David even said, "Nah, I'm good." He even denied it on there. It was hilarious.
That's probably in his contract. Larry is like, "I do the commercial, but I'm not going to tell people.
I'm not telling people to buy it."
They're like, "Cool." They're like, "You can tell them not to buy it in the commercial. They'll still buy it because you're in it, Larry."
Yeah.
And so we saw. But again, those implicated in this class action lawsuit that was filed November 15th and none other than Miami. Man, I'm starting to think Miami might be like literally scam central of America.
Hey, man, people have been talking about that for a while. And the funny thing is, they might be right because FTX was slapped on the side of a stadium. That is, I mean, and that's embarrassing because I was watching the Heat game and they still call it FTX Arena, but outside of the arena, they've removed everything. And I heard there was a few companies that were trying to buy in or try and put in bids, but that's embarrassing, man. I mean, when you get scammed all the way up to that type of level, I mean, this is class. We were talking about this to our grandchildren. We're like, man, we were there when SBF took everybody's money, and we'll see what happens because I don't want anything to happen to Steph, of course, hometown team. Even though I am still the best shooter in the world. And then Shaq, of course, we don't want to see anything happen. I don't want anything to happen to anybody.
But no, Shaq been tripping. He needs some tightening.
Hey, man.
He need to remember who the fuck he is. Shaq, you need a little tightening.
Yeah.
Shaq be talking about that Superman big man. Listen, Shaq, you need some tightening.
All this does is open it up for people like us. Because all we got to do is refer back and be like, remember when you did that dumbass commercial? Who told you to do that? Your agent, your handler, your finance person? They don't know what the fuck they talking about. Gentlemen of crypto do. We have plenty of people in the space that know what they're talking about. But if you're not already famous or have a million followers, or if you don't already work for them, they don't really want to listen to it until it's too late. And here we are.
So Jake Fever, great point. He said Elon Musk didn't get paid to promote Doge. All right, that's a great point. I can't. But still, well, no, McAfee was getting paid to promote his. So never mind. Good point. And hey, not that we know of. No, I'm just playing. The other funny comment I saw that had me like just about dying. Somebody said, "Hey, curb your enthusiasm, Israelite." Oh man, bro, you actually caught me off guard with that. You over here wearing a Larry David shirt, bro. You are.
This is my favorite T-shirt too. Every time I wear it, I get compliments out here in LA because everybody loves Larry David, man.
Local TX said, "Hey, I've been watching you fools for a long time. I need that timestamp receipt so I can get that OG discount." Yeah, for sure. If you are one of these OGs who know you've been on the channel for a while, and your name's easily recognizable and you do want to get class or anything, yeah, for sure. Email me and I'll give you the discount code and everything. That's no issue, for sure.
And Jake Fever talking about, Zay, you ain't boycotting basketball for Kyrie to come back. Look, man, I paid for my NBA TV subscription already. It's already paid for. I will not update it if they still treat them the same way, but I already paid for it this year. I'm watching basketball, dog. This is the best year NBA basketball I've ever seen, but I do stand with Kyrie. He's cool. He's just trying to get over like the rest of us. Don't have any ill will.
Barnon said, your man Kevin O'Leary said he still invests in SBF. Shaking my head. I mean, if that is true, because I haven't verified it, but if that is true, it would not surprise me because he don't know what the fuck he talking about either. And I love Mr. Wonderful. Again, I think the other sharks have stolen intellectual property from him in the form of structuring business deals. If you look at the earlier years of Shark Tank, he even called out a few of them many times. He usually is the first person to structure the deal, and then the other sharks jump on the deal and try to restructure it from that. But he's damn near, I would say, 70% of the time, the first person to talk to structure the deal. And this is a person who has actual business acumen, whereas some of the other sharks sometimes, like, they might have sold a company too, and he did too, but it's like he jumped back in there and really rolled up his sleeves in the business world.
We got to change his nickname, dog.
Right. So
from Mr. Wonderful to Mr. What the fuck?
Listen,
what are you talking about?
When it comes to regular business stuff, Mr. Wonderful, great. When it comes to crypto, once again, he shouldn't be at the level to where we can even hear his words at this point, to be real. I mean, it is
drown it out, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Antonio, we are on the same page. Antonio said the next bull market is going to be different for King and Zay. The work will pay off long term. The real ones know the work you've been putting in. Yep. We always talk about that. We was like, hey, man, after this next one is over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's confirmed. CBTV said it too. Crypto Blood said, Larry said that SBF was a brilliant trader.
You got to be shitting me. Come on, man.
Wow.
I mean, did he pay you to say that? Because that's about all I can get out of that. And I mean, as much quant trading and MIT, knowledge he has, he still ended up with $0 after $32 billion. None of that mattered. And this dude sitting in their drawers in their mom's basement that's at least made profit. If you went from $1,000 to $2,000, you're a better trader than the SBF. I mean, literally, as long as you are not at zero right now, you're a better trader than the SBF. All that smart shit, you can try it, but when it falls apart, it falls hard. So.
Unless you're trading personal loans, then you got some work to do.
Exactly, yeah.
But again, we're talking about Tom Brady, Giselle. That might actually be the real reason why they got a divorce. What if they got the heads up months ago and she was like, Tom, I told you I didn't want to do this crypto FTX shit, and you told me we'd be good. Stop playing. He was like, nah, I gotta play, baby. See, maybe that's what it looked like. Maybe to us we think it's because he's playing football, but to them it's like, no, man, I'm down $100 million. I gotta play. I gotta play, man. This ain't. You think I want to play? But yeah. So again, this is Tom Brady, Giselle. I can never pronounce her last name. Bunchen, Steph Curry. Oh, they put the Golden State Warriors. Wow.
Yes, because Chamath and
all y'all fucking up our championship hopes. Shaquille O'Neal, Udonis Haslem, Larry David, and all other parties who either control, promoted, assisted in, and actively participated in FTX Trading Ltd. and West Rim Shire Services Incorporated. If we don't predict the future, I don't know who does. I mean, literally, people, we had a 2 to 3 week conversation about advertising on our channel and how commercials would come to crypto, and this will be inevitable. And if you were going to go after YouTubers, then you had to go after everyone. And if you were, it would set a precedent because, as Bitcoin Zay already said, what about people like me who do regular commercials for fucking soap? What happens if that whatever soap I do a commercial with gives you a rash? Oh, well, King, he was on the commercial.
Out here giving niggas rashes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a slippery slope, and it actually has a lot to do with the culture of our country, which is we have not a lot and low accountability with a lot of our citizens, unfortunately, where no one wants to be accountable for things that they do wrong, even if it's not necessarily their fault. They did it, so it's their fault. They don't want to be accountable, and they love to be victims. And so this, to me, plays into what our culture is. But come on. Like, I don't know. You all let me know in the comments now and especially after the show. Let us know in the comments. Should I hope these celebrities be held accountable?
I actually hope Larry David turns this into a episode. Him being in court over FTX and not knowing what the fuck is going on. That'll be the A plot. And then B plot would be Leon trying to shield NFTs to him.
Bro, no,
you got to understand, it's more than a JPEG. It's a lifestyle. Like, bro,
I would see Leon do. That's actually a good episode.
I was gonna say, holla at me, Larry David.
Listen, if they do that episode, we just need one quick cameo with either Bitcoin Zay himself or a guy that looked like him. But long story short, just a black guy on YouTube wearing a Larry David shirt, so the audience can be like, "What was that? Why was a guy just wearing a Larry David?" No one would do that in real life. It's like, actually,
yeah.
All right, last but not least, Big Bank. That's right, Big Bank take Little Bank. Seriously, let us know in the comment section right now and after the video. Should celebrities be held accountable for crypto advertising? I mean, this is plain and simple. Imagine they did BitConnect, right? Mm-hmm. And again, this is a slippery slope. If you say yes, which is fine, we want to hear both sides, all sides. So if you say yes, that's cool. We'll provide a couple of sentences, but I'll ask you to think about this. What determines what's bad or faulty? Because you remember when I said, and Zay and I both said something about Terra and the FTXs. Oh, y'all hating. Y'all mad. Y'all, this is y'all want people to get money. You early Bitcoiners, y'all just don't understand.
Talking bad about new projects.
Right. Yes. So it's like, do we go that direction or do we hold them accountable? I don't know. I was like, do we hold these people accountable? Let us know in the comment section your thoughts. You got to move that head, block this sun a little bit. You taller than that. There we go. Block this sun.
How much more? Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section. Should we hold these people accountable? What are your thoughts on it? But my thing was going to say, you have to remember, we do hold them accountable. We do have to kind of figure out, what if a project dies, if it falls. And where I was going with that is the same way Terra and FTX did. I am telling you, Coinbase, if it weren't for it being public right now, it would have already followed.
Yeah.
So collapsed. If it were to happen, technically it did happen. It's down 90%. But whatever.
In the doldrums, boy.
But whatever. Let's say Coinbase does go under, and it's over. Do you sue everybody else associated with Coinbase? Like, do you sue the Warriors and the entire NBA? Because every time I watch a Warriors game, Coinbase is everywhere.
Slap right on the floor.
So do you sue the entire NBA now? Do we go after Stern? Like, do we go after the players' union? Y'all knew about, like, it's a slippery slope, people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So what you need to do is pick your nuts up, take responsibility as an adult who got in crypto, didn't listen to us, didn't get our masterclass, didn't listen to actual OG Bitcoiners who know what they're talking about. You got wiped. Stop listening to celebrities for financial advice. You deserve whatever happens. People that listen to Floyd Mayweather, T.I., DJ Khaled, Kim Kardashian, The Game, that listen to Steph Curry, Shaq, it's Tom Brady. I have not named not one person in finance just now. I mean, you're listening to people who are literally just popular. Get over yourself. You're an adult. Take it on the chin. If you really want crypto to be what it was meant for, this is what free market capitalism is. Yeah. The dumb people get eaten. The smart people survive. And unfortunately, a lot of people jumped into this face first, thinking they were just going to get rich overnight. They thought FTX was safe. No exchange is safe. Again, no keys, no cheese, and we are selling that merch, and we should be sold out at this point because people need to start taking advantage of the fact that we've been telling you this for years. Not the past few months like some people. Years, people. And our Warriors are good, but other people, hey, man, you just got to take that, bro.
Yeah, it's and right now in the comments, thank you for the super chat. Homie said, and one comeback. Hey, that would be pretty cool. Let's see. Yeah, so essentially I'm looking at some of the comments. A lot of people are saying no. Everybody, I'm seeing a lot of no's. No. People need to take responsibility. Okay, I'm with you, Leroy. I'm with you on that. Leroy said, just call me L, said, depending on the degree of advertising, quote unquote, that is done, yes. To a certain extent, I do because, yeah, like even in commercials, if you say like, this product will make you grow 8 feet. Mm-hmm. This product may actually make you grow 8 feet tall. If you do try to grow 8 feet tall, you might commit suicide, have thoughts of suicide, depression, Yeah. Right? You're going to get that little user warning where we're not seeing that in the crypto space. Mm-hmm. So I do get you on that. But one thing I was going to say when it does come to celebrities, this was so weird about following celebrity investment advice. You all only do it for the big wins.
Yeah.
I don't hear you Monday through Friday talking about the 2% game. It's literally only when this celebrity is talking about this life-changing event. So
it ain't changed.
A celebrity is going to come down from the high tower and say, here, I got some life-changing money for all of you. For all of you all at once. You can all get it from me.
You should have known off gate.
Honestly, I'm not. To me, this is tuition. It was the same tuition that even I paid. Fortunately, I was younger. I think I was about 14 years old, possibly 15, when I met a guy at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A cafeteria, and he began to talk to me about this great business plan. And that's when I first learned about multi-level marketing, folks. Isn't that where always in the Burger King?
I remember somebody showed up at my house talking about selling knives.
Oh, I remember the knives.
Hey, get them Vector knives out my face.
Vector,
don't nobody cut that much shit, my boy. Hey, get that out my face. I'm not selling those, bro. I don't care how broke I am.
So we get it, people. We get it. But yeah, let's see. What else do we have? 5252 crypto. No. San Morgan, what's going on? Say I'm waiting on the contagion to spread so I can buy low. Crunk says depends. If paid, yes. Okay. Parabolic P, no. Kingston, yes. Birdtown said nope. It's a job to promote. People need not to fall for scams. No to celebs. All right, we're getting a little bit of yes. Oh, woo. Alpha said yeah. He said yes, they should. Regular people idolize these celebrities and want to get rich like them. Woo. Somebody else said if you took the money. All right. Hey, let us know. Put it in the comments. And the reason why I would love to have some of these in the comments as well, people, is because while the live chat should live, if it doesn't, we could always go back to comments and be like, this is what people thought. But This is crazy. Shout out to Josh. Josh said, tried to warn people, but they said, get the F out of here, Boomer Coin.
Of course.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they always want to say that until we sitting here and we got to basically dunk on your ass because we've been telling you how many years now. It's like, I mean, how many coins have we seen come and go? At least 20,000. I mean, I don't know how many at this point, but it is what it is. And exchanges. We've seen a lot of exchanges come and go as well. So it is what it is. People start listening at some point.
Wisdom Bar said vector knives bring back memories. It really do, because I know a person, like when you said vector knives, you probably know the same. I know the one of the person who used to sell them. He was a twin. He used to go house to shine. He used to be a football player. So I was like, damn, man.
Vector knives.
Hey, people get done playing football, they be down bad sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Then you get on the vector knives, they'll be like, no, let me show you real quick. See, I can cut this penny in half. You be like, bro.
Somebody said,
I'm never going to cut a penny in half. I don't need to cut pennies, dog.
Yep. So these are some great comments you all have about this. We definitely got to get this out. We got some great comments. All right. Last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about big banks. New York Fed start to test digital tokens for wholesale transactions. That is right. Actually, really quick for that, I did see a comment from Jake Fever. Jake Fever said, up that masterclass price, gentlemen, tuition these jokers paying, LOL, they can afford it. That's actually true. As much as y'all losing in the market, you damn sure can afford a class.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely would not have lost. I know people that they talking about they lost 50K. 100K.
That's what I'm saying. Actually, when we think about that, yeah.
Come on, man.
But to that point, the only reason I'm saying that, so yes, Jake Fever and everyone else, right now to Black Friday, basically the end of this year will be the best time to get the classes. They already did go up in price since we are doing the coaching to go with it. The coaching will be 3 times a week, starting next week. These are going to be classes, actual class, hour-long classes, whatever, where you can ask questions to, and we're digging into everything, literally. So the price has already went up, actually, and it will be going up a lot more by next year. We have hundreds of students in the classes now at this point. So yeah, the prices is going up. The proof of concept work, people like it, the price will go up. So if you're interested in it, get it now. Or the good thing, we do have payment plans, and hopefully what we're working actually this week is getting credit options to people who actually want to use credit. So we're working on all those options right now. We're working with different companies trying to figure out the best deals for you all, so you're not paying anything extra but what you're paying for the class. And again, these classes right now will come with a 6-month subscription. So there'll be 3 classes a week for 6 months, and probably before that 6 months is even over, we actually already have it in the roadmap to get to 5 classes a week. So yeah, if you're already enrolled, by the time we go to 5 classes, you'll definitely get that discount to go into there, or excuse me, you'll get a complimentary for those initial 5 classes as long as you still have the 6 months license under you. So, Yep, it will get expensive, but you're gonna get way more bang for your buck. We're digging in deep. So
price of brick is going up.
Price of brick went up. There it is. Bro, you are full. All right, let's talk about this though. Big banks, New York Fed started testing digital tokens for wholesale transactions. Is it here? Are we in the future?
I believe CBDC they are here. I mean, we've been talking about it for 4 years now. 2018, I believe we were the first show to break the story. We have to check on that, but I believe we were the first show to break the story about
nobody
CBDCs.
knows we started saying CBDC.
They thought we were speaking a whole nother language, and we were like, no, this must be coming because of the way that they structured it. And here we are. Citigroup, HSBC, BNY Mellon, Wells Fargo, and MasterCard are among the financial giants who are taking place in this initial test of digital tokens, representing digital dollars to improve how central bank money is settled between institutions. So they're going to start out there, and it's going to trickle down to retail at a certain point. They have the 12-week proof of concept pilot program. It'll explore the use of a platform known as the Regulated Liability Network. More words, RLN, whereby banks issue tokens that represent customers' deposits that are settled on a central bank reserve on a shared distributed ledger. Basically, you can just type in how much money you have, and in minutes, you should be able to, because people don't understand, banks, their settlement time can take days. Yes, when you use your debit card, it says, yes, $10 come out, but settlement with the banks that they have to pay or send money to, that could take days. Now, if settlement times go down to minutes and seconds, then you can rest assured that, of course, with retail, we're going to do the same thing. The problem with that is, of course, is control. And if you want HSBC, Citigroup, BNY Mellon, Wells Fargo, and MasterCard to control how you use your money, then, you will be excited. But for people who do not want this 12-week proof of concept is nothing more than a summer camp for how to control people going forward. And, of course, we don't approve, but we can't really stop it. All you can do is load up as much Bitcoin crypto as you can to be as free as possible, because as soon as they cut this on and they can control you, like, hey, didn't like your tweets, can't buy food for 24 hours. Hey, didn't like your tweets, we're cutting your car off, you can't drive for 48 hours. Like, that's how controlling CBDCs can be. And anybody that's seen any 2012 YouTube conspiracy video or any type of distant movie that's come out about dystopian futures, this is exactly what it is. This is how you get control. They already have social credit score in China, and CBDCs are coming, whether you want it or not.
Shout out to Ancario. Holy smokes. Wow. Come on. A 12-week pilot over the holidays. Doesn't that bring us right out after Martin Luther King Jr. weekend so they can claim the pilot was a great success? And then here comes new regulations.
And that's when they get off break.
And people, hey, you all know where you heard that first. Come on now. You know this regulatory thing. And the only reason I'll tell you, we learned it because in the military, like I said, from November, middle of November to that Martin Luther King Day weekend, oh man, somebody was going to invade our country. We in some trouble.
Yeah. All the regulators at the crib, all the Congress people at home.
Hey, we are in trouble. Even the military at home. But right after Martin Luther King Day weekend, when we get back in that office, it's the new year, new mission. We on. We getting it going. So definitely after Martin Luther King Day, those regulators come in here heavy. So other than that is the show for today. We went 20 minutes over again. We are trying to get this back down to just straight 30 minutes. So all this extra value can be spent at other places. I did see a couple last minute questions about the masterclass, so I do want to answer those as well. So once again, if you already purchased the masterclass, you will be grandfathered into the actual coaching sessions and classes at a minimum for 3 months. That may change, the minimum will be 3 months no matter what. We might cut it off after 3 months depending on the class sizes, because even right now we're having a lot more people sign up. So if it's like we're not going to do a class, just straight up hundreds of people. But yes, if you already paid for the masterclass, your grandfather in, you'll get the email this weekend for classes and all that good stuff. You'll also get the Discord link because, again, that's going to be more catered to a masterclass, so you all can reach out to us direct. And yeah, we're going to get this show rolling. The reason why we're doing it like this, too, is to give everybody some more depth. We want to be more hands-on. And also, we are planning, again, for this next happening. I'm telling you now, folks, there's a strong possibility you might not see us as often after the next happening. All right. So we're building everything up. We're making sure as many people are in a great position for this next happening and thereafter so that they can benefit off these crazy swings and all this crazy stuff in the market. And they can decide what they want to do with their value and their stakeholderships at that time.
Yeah, I'm going shopping for islands, people. You ain't gonna see me. For real. I'm getting that flip phone. And you ain't gonna be able to hear from me unless you programmed in there. I'm just gonna tell you now.
And yes, for retire, if you're a military person, not even retired, if you're in the military, you always get discounts here, point blank, period. So if you know anybody in the military or anything, so y'all saw some military questions, you always get a thing. Again, if you're an OG on our channel, hit me up for email. I mean, honestly, if you ever just want to reach out via email for a discount, feel free to. People have done it. Sometimes I'm like, we can't do it right now because it ended. But if you're somebody who's been around for a while, then yes, we definitely can give discounts to you all as well if you've been on the channel. So other than that, that's the show for today. Make sure you smash a like and share. If you are interested, again, we have a call center now essentially. So check out coaching.thegentlemanofcrypto.com or thegentlemanofcrypto.com. And once you fill out forms and all this other stuff, you get a phone call, you get a follow-up call so everybody can understand fully what they're getting themselves into. Because for students, we do not want people who are going to spend the money and then kind of just show up occasionally. And the reason why is because we don't want 6 months to go by and you're like, well, I haven't really learned that much. And so and so.
You came to 2 coaching calls.
Right. And you came to 2 calls and you're like, well, I paid these guys, but I ain't learned them. It's like, yeah, but we had 40 classes and we saw you twice. We don't want those people. So clearly it's not just about the money. We want people who actually want to be in the space. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, check it out. Again, if you're already in the masterclass, your grandfathered in for the first 90 days. So no worries there. And then if you're on the fence, again, we'll have payment. We already have payment plans. We'll try to get credit plans right now. And the price of brick is going up by the end of the year next year.
Yes, indeed. For
the next iteration as well. So other than that, that's the show for today. Make sure you smash that like and share. And we will see you all tomorrow on Fuck Bitcoin Friday. I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow's going to be great. Oh, yeah. Don't forget, like Reno Gamble said, this is like the game. Join us in the locker room. Jump on Discord, answering questions for the next 30 minutes. So, yeah, definitely, if you already have that link, jump on. We're going to have this discussion every day after the show. So make sure you jump on.
There we go. Yeah, 30 minutes. Discord starts right now in 2 minutes. So we'll see you in Discord in a moment. Cheers, and we will see you all tomorrow for Bitcoin Friday.